Okay, welcome to another video by Antiques Arena. My name is Walter Neal. I'm a UK reseller. I buy and sell antiques, collectibles, and anything I like, I flip it for a profit. You'll find anything on the website that I show in the videos. It'll all go up on the website for sale. Okay, so before we start today's haul, I want to give a massive shout out to Greg and Amanda. They're from up Ross and Way, I think it was, he said. They came down to Splott this week, and Greg came across and spoke to me, actually gave me a few tips as well on some seriously expensive things to pick up. And to be honest with you, it was an important tip because it was things I leave there. And when I find one, I'll share the tip with you. I ain't going to just tell you, I'm going to share the tip with you once I find one. But apparently Amanda is a big follower of the channel, so thank you both very much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Greg, for coming to see me and having a chat. And next time, hopefully, we'll meet Amanda. Now, I want to start off with my haul. Share with you some of the things. I'm so proud of some of the things that I buy. I really am. And I just hope you enjoy them and appreciate them as much as I do. So I'm going to start off with this, which doesn't look a lot to a lot of you. But what we have here is a first half of the 19th century deceptive rummer. Now, in my opinion, this is 1830, 1840. It has a large ground out frontal here and then been polished smooth. Loads of authentic wear around the rim. If you look just here, you can see all that authentic wear and scratching. If I come in close, can you see that point inside the glass? That is to make it look full when you put a tiny drop of liquid in the bottom there. There's a line running around here as well to show you where your measure goes to. So you put a measure of coloured whiskey or something in here to that level for toasting, and it would look like your whole glass is full. That way then when you toast, you were having half the size of everyone else. They're known as deceptive or deception glasses. And believe it or not, normally they come at about 4 to 5 inches tall. This is the first and the largest deceptive glass I have ever seen. Looking for my measuring tape. Okay, so this one is 6 1/4 inches tall. Have you ever seen a deceptive glass over 6 inches tall? Because I haven't. And it has a top rim diameter of 3.5 inches. Now, genuinely, deceptive rummers are normally sort of to that level. They really are. They are small toasting glasses that you get. This is almost a mammoth glass in comparison. You got, I'd call it petal cutting, but it's not really petal cutting. It's just vertical panels of cutting. You have they're done in 3 parts. They have the bowl, the stem, and the foot. Listen to this. Oh, there's no sound. It's just too thick. Can you see? I don't know whether you can see the striations. No, you can't see them. I may include some photographs. This is a spectacular glass. It really is absolutely amazing. Now, I paid £45 for 2 drinking glasses. And some of you are probably thinking, oh my God, really? £45 for 2 drinking glasses? And a standard deceptive rummer, a good Georgian one, is sort of £50, £60 on his own. This one I rate more than double that. I've never, ever seen a large version like this. So I'd be interested to see what people think. But that was my first. This is the rummer that come with it. Now this is more petal cut with the big petals coming up and over. Snowball. That's enough, darling. Now this one's got a ring. No, it haven't. Neither of them got a ring. But again, this one, it doesn't excite me anywhere near as much as that. This is just a large Victorian rummer of about 1890, 1900. It's a decent size. Excuse me. And this one's probably 25 to 35 pounds for the rummer. So, well, I might even be able to get about £40 for this, which means that the Deception rummer is going to owe me £5 or £10. 45 for the two is about $65, something like that, $70. And I'm over the moon. This one here is spectacular. Now, we were unsure on the day. He thought they may have been, the gentleman I bought them off dealer, he thought they may have been, or the one may have been early at 1820. I thought they could have been later, even as much as 1860. But I have been online doing the research because the size threw me. And I'm thinking 1835, 1840, somewhere over there. You stick with glass, and I have had a glass bowl. This one got a ring. At least one of them rung. Now this one is beautiful. Look at the cutting on this. It's got a nice foot, and this small cutting here is known as strawberry diamond, and then you have this sort of crisscross, and then the notched rim. Now this is a Victorian glass bowl, beautifully cut, and this would sit inside a wooden tea caddy. This is known as a tea caddy mixing bowl. This cost me a whole £2, and the prices on tea caddy mixing bowls range from £30 to £130, depending on the quality and the age and rarity. But if you were buying yourself a seriously high-end Victorian tea caddy, you need the mixing bowls to go in them, and they sell good money. This one cost me a whole £2, $3, and this one's going out for about $75. So glass, just don't discount your glass just because it's glass. A lot of people don't know what they're doing with the glass, but I tell you what, some of this glass, the earlier glass, has got some serious money. I paid a tenner with one dealer, and I had this, and I'll show you the next lot to come in with it for a tenner. So the tea caddy bowl was £2, and this lot was £8. There's 6 pieces here. This is the largest piece. This is all Meissen, and it is known as the onion pattern. And I will be taking all these off. Anytime you get any antiques or ceramics now with these wires on, very carefully remove them because they chip the porcelain and the pottery and ruin it. So they will all be coming off gently, but they're all fully marked up Meissen onion pattern, probably from the 1920s onwards. And there you go, £8 for 6 pieces of Meissen. I'll show you some of the prices on this onion pattern stuff now, because it does sell relatively well. Okay, so there are some pieces that have pulled good money. That's an early onion pattern biscuit barrel for £2 but that's not what we're interested in. I'm looking for just the cheap end, 20th century Meissen. Not looking for the early stuff. 6 onion pattern Meissen plates, £350. Onion pattern teapot, 300. We'll skip some of this. Some bowls, but they're no. These are not the prices I'm looking at. Mine are 20th century. So I'm going to skip a couple of pages. Let's go for. And bowl. This is getting more down the lines now. I was rating them at about £10, £20 a piece. So maybe 100 for the group. Six. So 2 cups per there. This is all sold prices, mind. You can see it does sell. There's a lot of people buying this onion pattern. Right. They're from Germany. I want some from the UK now. So It's obviously a lot of Meissen in Germany because that's where it was made. A single cup. Germany again. There's a lot from Germany. Let me just go to UK. Right, that's better. It's more in line with what I was thinking. Like, it's 4 pieces, but the onion pattern, which is about what I was thinking. We weren't going to get them prices. And what we got here, yeah, about the same period, 20th century. They haven't even dated them. 1900, 1920. So yeah, 20th century, 4 pieces, 40 quid. I got 6 pieces there. I'm thinking maybe 80 to 100 pounds for the 6 pieces, but they only £8. When you can buy a group of Meissen for £8, you know, you're doing all right at a car boot sale. You really are. Next piece. Well, I bought 2 pieces for £70. £75, sorry. 2 pieces for £75, which I'll show you in a minute. But the next group of items come in free with them. What happened when I put a pile together, and the house clearance gentleman wanted £75 for the 2 electronic pieces, and he threw in the rest for free. So everything I'm going to show you now owes me nothing. It's all free. So we're going to start off with this, which is a beautiful Victorian cranberry with the white Vaseline glass around the rim and on the inside of the foot here. So you got a dollop of Vaseline there, and then you can see it coming around the edge. So it's not just cranberry, it's Vaseline. It's got a clear handle. So this is probably about 1860, 1880 in date, give or take. Beautiful glass dish. Should retail somewhere about £20, £25. I've had a beautiful, I don't know how old it is. I think it's a lucite brooch. Reminds me of Watership Down. I don't know if you've ever seen that film, Watership Down, but with the rabbits. But it reminds me of that. It's almost that sort of 60s look to it. I don't think it's that period, maybe. But either way, we have a very interesting plastic, possibly lucite bunny brooch. We have a Crazy Cats wall plaque. Now it is signed PT. Now, unless I'm mistaken, there's a lady in Bath that makes these. So I chucked it in. It's an animal. If it is the lady from Bath, I'll have to do some research on there. Okay, I've also had a sort of mid-century butter dish or cheese pot. Butter dish, I think they are, but people use them for cheese as well. It's a base and dome. Just love this sort of design. It's sort of 50s design, and it is by Broadhurst, Albany pattern of Staffordshire. Everything you want to know is on the base. And it's sort of 50s. Again, it was free. I love the design. Cleaned up. Somebody's going to want it, and they'll pay £15, £20 for that, no problem at all. I've had a pair of Wedgwood Jasper Way candles. Now, the black is always more desirable than the blue. They have this beautiful jasper finish on them. The 20th century, if it's stamped England or made in England, the 20th century, but you find a lot of this Wedgwood from 1860s and so forth. But these are 20th century. But again, they cost me nothing. I literally just, once I had the few pieces I was having, I just put in what I could to the pile to just make it worthwhile. Because I knew what he was going to ask me on the electronics. So all the collectibles I've put in just to build up the pile. And I've had a pair of Victorian jugs. I don't know if you'd call them fairings, really, but you have the male and the female, which is very unusual to find them both. And they were chucked in as well. They're from about 1900. She's got a little chip on the hat, unfortunately, but to have the pair is really unusual. Without that chip, they're probably £25, £30. With that chip, I won't even price that one in. I'll just say £10 or £15 for the pair, and they'll go out as a pair. Actually, I won't now. This one I just saw has got a hairline through it too, so they may not even make the website now. I'll probably put them back on the car boot sale for a £5 or something like that. Excuse me. I didn't even see that one had the hairline. This one I think I've overpaid on. We have a World War II Brass Gun Sight. Now, gentleman came and saw me at the car boot sale, and he was asking £70. And I said, you got no hope in hell. Not off me. We did settle on a figure of, it was either £40 or £45. I can't remember which it was, because I was already doing a couple of other deals. And it was either £40 or £45, so about $60, $70 I gave him. But what I will say is the optics are perfect. Look through the lens here, and you can see out there, and the optics are perfect. And that is so important. Now, this is a World War II anti-aircraft gun sight. So you'd mount it onto the gun like that, and then you'd be looking at the aircraft somewhere have you. A bit like a rangefinder, if you like. Now, I don't know if there's something missing off this, because there is a screw here. So what can I say? I've paid £40, £45 for it. To be honest with you, I think all I'm going to get is about 75 for it. But it's an interesting bit of military, World War II. It'll look good on the website. And, you know, what can I say? What was in there then? A little adjuster screw there. I weren't paying the £70 they were asking. I saw that at all the retail. I think in auction, that's probably an auction price of £40, £50 in auction, which is about what I've paid. Okay. So I'm going to show you the two pieces of electronics that came in with the bits of ceramic and glass and that. This is the first. It appears to be in good condition. Now, I don't do a lot with vintage electronics, as you know. This is a Macaroni Instruments Universal Counter Timer number 2438. Now, don't ask me exactly what it does, because I haven't got a clue. I did manage to find one up for sale. So we'll have a look now, see if they've put a description on it. But it does seem to be in good condition. But I did actually look at this on the day while I was at the car boot sale. I didn't just buy a blind. He came with a massive, massive transit van, and he's pulling stuff out. So clearly I had time to have a quick Google. So all I searched was Marconi Instruments 2438. All right. You can buy the service manual for it. That's for starters. It's a UK vintage radio. I think it's a testing equipment for ham radios. So there's one here. Marconi Instrument 2438, 520 megahertz, universal counter, used. £275 they're asking for it. So, however, they clearly have got a plug and is switched on. So I'm going to have to get a power lead and test it and see whether mine works. Does it say what it's for? Bear with. They haven't actually got a description. They just filled out everything, have they? They don't actually go into telling you what it is. It just got all the details there. Either way, I saw that when I was at the stall, and I thought, well, even if he said 20, 30, 40 pound, it's worth a gamble because of what they pull in. So I had that, and I had an old radio, his master's voice. Now, I don't rate the radio highly. I rate the radio at about 30, 40 pounds, give or take. I'm not going to plug it in and see if it works. I'm really not. I'm not tripping my house out. However, I can tell you now, £30, £40 for the radio should be okay, achievable. This one, I'll probably put the radio back out at the car boot sale, to be honest with you. This one, however, is going up on the website, providing it works. Even if it doesn't work, it's still going up on the website because it can go up for spares and repairs, things like that. But I'm hoping it works when I power it up. So I'm really pleased with that. So I paid £70, £75, sorry, which is about $110 for the radio instrument, the radio, and the bits of ceramics and glass. I think I'll get my money back on the ceramics and glass. The radio then will be my profit, and this will sit on the website for however long it takes and won't owe me nothing. So that's where I'm at with the electronics. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you've enjoyed. It's some nice pieces, and what can I say? If you want to have a catch up with some of my videos, I've had some absolutely amazing stuff over the last couple of months. Really check out the videos. Thanks for it, guys. Bye for now.